Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Tony Coleman, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of the Wolfbox Superpower Turbofan MaxFlow 200. I chose this option over the others because I wanted the extra power that it comes with it versus the 100 and some of the smaller ones, but specifically also because I wanted to be able to swap the batteries out, whereas some of the older models does not have that option. So I'll open the cellophane and show you what's in the box. Alright, so wrapping is off. Inside the box you have their typical manual that you should get with everything. Pretty much outlining how to operate, how to do everything. Pretty standard stuff. Product page, basically just telling you where the air comes out. They have the activation key, the change battery button, battery indicator, where the air comes in from. They have a gear indicator, a power button, and then a charging port. A lot of this stuff should be pretty common sense, but you never know. So you always got to include stuff like this. Yeah, the warnings for the obviousness, like don't stick the air intake next to your hair because you're obviously going to suck your hair into it. That'd be really stupid. You don't want to block the air intake because it would probably cause it to overheat, because the airflow going through it helps cool the motors inside. And then they say for protecting the battery, just charge the device every 3 months or so when you're not in use. Hopefully you're using this device a little bit more than once every 3 months, but you never know. So in the box, looks like this. Looks like it's packaged well. As you can see, it has the battery already preloaded on it. See if it came charged. Looks like it's already pre-charged. Alright. Okay, so it's turned off. That's your power button. Down here's your charging. That's the button to make it blow. And then obviously this is the release for the battery. Comes with this nozzle already on it, but it does come with a few other options, which will change the amount of force and the focus of the air, as well as how the air flows. So if you were wanting to do more of a sweep, or if you want a more focused, that's what you got. Alright, also in the box, charging cable, a storage bag, and 2 brushes. There's a hard brush and a soft brush. You will want to read in the instructions where they suggest when to use each of the 2 different brushes. Try to get this out one-handed here. Everything's already inside the bag. Pretty standard soft brush, hard brush. Doesn't look like anything special or high quality. Pretty much the same thing you get in just about every electronic. Like hair clippers have those, and many automotive things. Standard USB-C with a USB-A female. And that's it for there. So I will set up something to test blowing it out, and then I will continue the video from there. Okay, here's a desktop tower, one of my old ones that we use pretty much on my living room TV for when the kids want to play some of my older video games. It is a Dell Precision server, and It collects a lot of dust, as you can kind of see on some of the components here. Just has normal dust buildup and needs some general maintenance periodically. So since it needs a good cleaning, I figure I'd use this as a good test subject and see how this goes. So I'll turn on. There it is. It's hard to see the blue lights when it's extremely bright outside, but try not to blow this directly on the fans because that might make them revolve too much. So here we go. Typically, you wouldn't want your fan blades to freely spin. Only having one hand, I'm trying to minimally catch those while at the same time giving them a good clean as well. You should do that in short bursts so it doesn't burn your bearings up. Optimally, you would take all the components out and then clean it that way so that you can maximize the amount of dust that you remove and be able to get into all the different parts with like a Q-tip or some rubbing alcohol or something like that. Alright, looks like it is doing a pretty good job blowing out a computer case. So, let's see, do I have anything on the ground here? So, I'm about 6'2", and then here, you can see it's blowing the leaves. I would not recommend this as a leaf blower per se, but it certainly moves enough air that if you have a small space that you need to clean up, it could certainly do it. So I'll pause the video and then go back inside. Alright, so that actually did a pretty good job cleaning out that computer. It was having issues shutting down due to the heat. After blowing it out, it's running pretty stable. So I would say it does the trick pretty well. I would recommend, if you're blowing anything out, to take it outside. If you do it inside, obviously you're going to be blowing dust everywhere, and then it's just going to settle everywhere again. That, or you may end up blowing it into an area that could be explosive, so I wouldn't do that either. But I wanted to show you how easy it was to change the nozzles. They are on kind of tight, so I have to press down a little bit, but you just turn it counterclockwise and lift up, and to put a new one on, just clockwise. If I can get one-handed here, and there it is. Turned on. So, and then the battery just pushes down here, and then you can pull out the bottom afterwards, but kind of hard to do one-handed. There we go. Just clicks right back in. Good to go. Have any questions? Feel free to post in the comments section down below. I'll be more than happy to answer anything. If there's anything you're wanting it tested on, maybe I'll do a follow-up video. If you got any suggestions, maybe anything that I've forgotten, please let me know, and I'd be happy to look into it or to give additional details. But I'm very happy with this purchase, and will definitely be recommending it to any of my friends. So until next time, have a great one.